Hi, Ricardo.
Hello,
How are you?
good, and you?
Lovely to see you. Lovely to see your face after all this time.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you, Ricardo. Well, a
Huh?
lovely couple of days last week. It wasn't what I expected for my
Yeah,
50th in lockdown, but had a nice few days with the family and drank lots of champagne and thank you. Thank you for your kind
I saw
words.
that. Nice Dom Perignon.
Lovely. 1998.
Great,
P2. So yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. And
my pleasure.
thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. This is a new series of podcasts and interviews that we're launching for ROX. Lockdown is introducing all kinds of new ways of communicating. So it's lovely to see your face. It's been a while. I can't believe it was almost Russia, I think, the last time I saw you, believe it or not, you know?
Yeah,
But
that's unbelievable.
it's been a challenging 12 months, and Hublot is much about its ambassadors, its brand collaborations, and the events associated with it. How has the pandemic changed all of this, and how are you adapting?
Yes, absolutely. The pandemic has changed a lot for Hublot because, as you said, Hublot is known for events and for physical events and many activations that we do around our different partnerships. So last year we should have had the Euro Cup. We hope that it will happen this year, and we hope that we will have some public in the stadiums. But we had to reinvent ourselves, and of course, digital has become key. It was already very important before the pandemic, but it has even become more strategic to really be able to apply a digital approach in every dimensions that we can have in marketing, and events is part of it. So we have decided really to go in digital events. As an example, I would say product launches have been, of course, also digitally launched last year, like we did the Millennial Pink in the summer last year. And last year, the 40-year anniversary of Hublot, that we have tried to create an exhibition that you can visit virtually. And we did a live broadcast around this exhibition for the 40 years anniversary. Lastly, I would say the LVMH Watch Week, where we have really created even really professional studios, Zoom studios, where we can present, not even, we cannot touch the products, but we give a lot of content. So the content has become also key to be able to create a very qualitative content in photos, but also in videos. So now I would say digital is really something really important for our brand.
Of course, and I guess as a retailer myself, we've had to pivot and change and deliver and talk to our customers in a different way. But of course, we all miss that face-to-face interaction, and we miss the events, we miss those activations that you say, and we can't wait for those times to come. And of course, England versus Scotland at Wembley this year was on my list of things to do last year. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get to see it live.
I hope so.
So you kicked off the digital watch week, LVMH Watch Week, this year with your first collaboration with Takashi Murakami, and it was lovely to see you in Tokyo, but of course you were in Switzerland, but on the screen. How's the reaction been to the new watch and the new partnership?
Yeah, that's another example of digital events where I was virtually present through an hologram in Tokyo in front of Takashi Murakami. I would say, this new approach that we had, creating partnership in the universe of lifestyle, in the universe of art. We started with Saint Bleu, with the tattoo artist. We have Richard Orlinski, the French sculptor. And I would say we went one step up with Takashi Murakami, with an icon of the pop art culture. And I would say that it's really an honor for us that he accepted to collaborate with Hublot. And I must say that the success of the watch is just unbelievable. So we decided to create 200 pieces, very limited, because the watch is a piece of art from Murakami and from Hublot, and the demand has been incredible. So I must say that Murakami is an incredibly well-known artist, not only in Japan, but in the world. And we had to decide to stop taking deposits, you know, so that was really unbelievable. And I'm so glad of this successful partnership.
Yeah, the phone rang off the hook for us. We had so many inquiries for it. It was phenomenal. And it's really great to see something like that happen digitally, actually, you know, for the first time. We're used to it happening in the shops, but, you know, it was incredible. And of course, an icon, isn't he, in the arts world. And I hope there's many more collaborations to come. So
we're already working on a second edition, of course, and we hope that this relationship will last for years, because I think, yeah, it's really important. And as I said, I think we have explored with Hublot something totally new in the watch industry, is to bring not only the watchmaking art, but the art from an artist, and to put it in a watch. And at the end, the watch become a real piece of art.
Yeah, and of course, he has a history of successful partnerships with Louis Vuitton in the past, and a great track record. I'm sure it'll be a long partnership for you. Yes. I got to see the novelties from LVMH Watch Week, and I must say, loved them, as you'd expect. I always look forward to January. But one of my favorites was Orange Sapphire Automatic Tourbillon. Absolutely stunning, superb looking watch. How did that come about? How, you know, obviously you've been experimenting with color, all the different colors, but orange was most unexpected and really beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We always try to be creative, innovative, and you know, Hublot, we must bring always a product which really doesn't exist from other brands. And the Sapphire, we started really the industrialization of Sapphire in 2000, when we came out in 2016 with a crystal clear Big Bang Unico at that time. And since then, we have been exploring and developing new colors tainted in the mass of the sapphires. We came with the blue, we came with the red, we came with the yellow, and we're always trying to find new colors. And the orange came out, and the result was really interesting and convincing. And as it is a world first, we decided really to come also with a movement, which is a world, not a world first, but a first for Hublot, which is a tourbillon automatic. So again, we try to bring innovation through the caliber, with having this micro rotor at 12 o'clock and the tourbillon cage at 6 o'clock. And I think that the mixture of both with sapphire bridges, where you can see really the wheels floating in the space, and the results, yeah, is amazing.
Listen, I'm sure it'll be very successful. It's a beautiful looking watch.
Yes.
And you mentioned earlier Hublot's 40th anniversary last year, and sadly you didn't get the chance to celebrate like you hoped because of the pandemic. But I guess that 40th anniversary has really proved how robust the original porthole design on rubber has been. I mean, we're 40 years on. The design, you know, was sharpened up last year with a anniversary edition. But what do you think it is about Carlo Crocco's original concept that has kept this core DNA, if you like, so fresh over the decades?
Yeah, I think he created something really particular and totally new in the industry by what we call doing the first fusion. At that time, he didn't realize that this concept was so strong, this art of fusion, which is connecting tradition and innovation. So putting at that time 18 karat yellow gold, which is a millenary material, with a rubber strap, which is a modern material. And since then, we can see that even the rubber strap has been used by many brands, and most of the brands of our industry are using a rubber strap today. So, and this inspiration from a portal with the screws on the bezel, with the ears, with the screws to fix the bracelet, I think the strong identity of the product is really key, and you must recognize what a consumer is wearing. And I think that with, of course, the Big Bang then in 2005, when we launched the Big Bang, this strong identity remains. And I would say this watch is iconic in the industry, that like can be other models in other brands, but I think you need an iconic model in your collection to be able to succeed.
Well, here I am wearing my Unico with blue rubber, for the first time.
Fantastic.
And it shows you how versatile the one-click system. I change
Yes.
it up, and yeah, my humble and my trusty Unico. Wear it with pride, Ricardo, with pride. So
Great.
you mentioned the art of fusion, and Hublot has pioneered the importance of novel materials along with mechanical watchmaking and keeping that fresh and relevant for the 21st century. We've seen ceramic, we've seen sapphire. What next do you predict? Can you tell me?
It's always difficult to reveal some secrets, but I would say that, as I said, innovation is key at Hublot, and we must always come with the watches that you cannot find with other brands. So we have our research and development department, which is very important, in which we work in the ceramics, we work in sapphire, but we work in also alloys with ceramic. We have been able to bring the magic gold, which is an 18-karat gold unscratchable, a fusion between ceramic and gold. We came with a red ceramic, vivid red, and we're coming with bright colors, because bright colors are very difficult to realize in ceramic, because ceramic, you have to put it in the oven to very high temperature with a very high pressure. And the secret is a little bit to manage this pressure and the temperature. So to come with bright colors is complicated, but soon we will come with a new color here during Watches and Wonders that we're participating in beginning of April. We will bring a new color of ceramic.
Oh, I can't wait to see it, as always. But I guess despite the above, Hublot always has to look forward, and we've talked about digital, we've talked about technology. Of course, now Hublot's entered the smartwatch arena. Can we expect this part of the business to evolve and develop, and if so, how?
Yes, again, I think Hublot, we are not a traditional brand that exists since 200, 300 years. So we are 40 years, we are young, and we are open to the world, to what is going on. And at a certain point, I thought that we can be open to this technology of smartwatches. And of course, the know-how is not exactly technological know-how, electronical know-how is not exactly in Switzerland. So we collaborate with Google, with the Google Wear OS, but we try to bring our creativity through applications. So the application dedicated to football has been created by us. The different type of dials, so the design in dials that we're offering are created by us. The case in ceramic, the bracelet are produced by us. We assemble all the watches, connected watches here in our factory, and we believe there is a space, a niche for luxury connected watches that, of course, it will not represent our main business. It will represent maybe a few percent of our business, but I think there is a niche where you can really bring interesting smartwatches linked to partnerships as well. So football, but tomorrow it could be, we did with art, something with art and Marc Ferrero, but tomorrow it could be something else. But of course, as I said, our main and core business is mechanical and materials, new materials, watches.
Fantastic. Well, we saw the launch of the Premier League watch last week in the UK, which is a fantastic partnership for Hublot, great visibility. It really reinforces that partnership with football. I've had the pleasure of being at both the Euros in Paris in 2016 and in Russia with you in 2018. So I know how deep the partnership is with football, and the e-watch, obviously, that relationship makes sense. So we're really excited to see what other collaborations you can make in the future, because it's obviously unlimited, I guess, business.
Absolutely.
Other sports, there's lots of opportunities.
Yes. And in addition, we're also the technical supplier in a way, because all the referees in the Premier League are wearing our connected watch, and we did a specific application for them, including the goal line technology. And we're working, of course, with the UEFA and with FIFA to be really the technical support for all the referees, which is also something very serious, because when you do that, you must be very professional. You must work with very strong partners. And it's also interesting because we explore new worlds. It opens our eyes to new technologies that can, in a way, again, inspire our, for instance, our mechanical watches as well.
Let's turn the spotlight back on you for a moment. I know you love traveling, Ricardo, and this last year has been different. But talking about your role now and what your favorite aspect of being CEO is.
Yes, of course, traveling was really something that I used to do a lot, and since 1 year I almost didn't travel. Yeah, that was really particular to say that I was also confined at the beginning. Now I'm working here. I am in the factory, so our factory, fortunately, is open, and so yeah, you have to do a different approach. Of course, for me also digital, so to communicate by Zoom with the different market, different customers, our teams also internationally. But anyway, my passion, in the watchmaking is really the creation of new products, of new watches. So I dedicate a lot of my time by really trying to invent new products. With Takashi Murakami, we work together to try to do something really particular with this rotor that makes the petals of the flower living, with the heart of the flower on the top of the glass. So all the time with our different partnership, we have a lot of different projects in development, of course, from the design point of view, from the materials point of view that can bring design, from the movement point of view. So I'm really involved in all the creation of the new products.
Yeah, and I've seen that, you are a product person, always have been. Absolutely. At heart, and I've seen that in action, and I've heard you talk passionately about the product. And I must admit, I've felt more creative actually in the last 12 months. It's funny, not traveling so much, not running around chasing your tail, from here. You have a chance to focus on the things that really matter. And I guess we've all taken this opportunity. We're probably working harder and longer hours, but having a little less fun and joy, but nonetheless, certainly feeling a lot more creative and getting things done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there is always good things, good sides of some situation like this crisis. And it's true that being at home, walking in the forest, or like this, gives you really the time to reflect and to think about new concepts, new small ideas, new marketing ideas, even new production ideas, after sales service. So in every department we try, because we can always improve, of course. And yeah, this is, I would say, maybe the good side of having been confined.
What are you wearing on your watch on your wrist today? What watch have you got on today?
I'm wearing the Big Bang Integral in a blue ceramic. Lovely. So I believe, the Big Bang Integral is really a product in which I believe we have a big possibility to grow, because as you know, the bracelet, if you look at the market, the watch market, bracelet is the majority of watches are sold on bracelet. Of course, is led by one brand from Geneva, of course, but I think we are at a maturity where Hublot, of course, we are known for rubber strap, but I think that on bracelet we can build quite an interesting business. But of course, again, big difference. So when you come with the full blue ceramic, there are not that many brands that are offering a full blue ceramic integrated watch. White ceramic, gray ceramic, and maybe tomorrow other great materials. So I believe a lot in this Big Bang Integral.
Fantastic. I guess it would, speaking to you, you're probably fed up of people asking about Mr. Beaver, but you guys go back a long, long way. And I need to ask you, what did you learn working so closely with him for so long? He's a living legend. He's been to Scotland. He's visited my shops. I've had the pleasure of having to entertain him and hearing him talk, and always a pleasure to hear him. But of course, you work so closely with him. You're good friends, very close friends. I'd love to hear how that relationship developed and what you've learned from him over the years.
Yes, of course. He's really, I would say, the person that has been key in my career, key even in my life, I would say, because I met him in '94. I was really at the beginning of my career in the watch industry. At that time, he was at Blancpain, so he hired me in a minute. It was during Baselworld, so even Baselworld has disappeared now. But at that time, Baselworld in '94, so I started as an employee of him at Blancpain, and step by step, I built a relationship, being, of course, his employee, after being more his number two quite quickly at Blancpain. And of course, Hublot has changed everything in 2004 when he asked me to join him for this adventure of Hublot, of this very confidential brand, because at that time, Hublot was not really known. And we have built an incredible brand that today is, I would say, a reference in the Swiss watch industry. And this concept of art of fusion, I remember when he designed this on a paper explaining what is the art of fusion to Mr. Croco. I was present with him, and that was unbelievable. So, of course, he's my mentor. I am different than him because he has met many people in his career, but the people that wanted to be like him was always a problem. So are complementary to him. I'm different, and that's why our duo is very successful, has been very successful. And of course, I have learned a lot through him, through this always creativity in having an idea every second. And for me, I've been able, I would say, to transform those ideas in real because I'm more pragmatic. But that's why we are very complementary. And through the years, we have become partners and we have become friends. And the most important part is that today we are really close friends, even from the private point of view, of course.
Oh well, it's been a very successful partnership, and I can relate to it. My business partner Grant, we're very complementary. We work together well. We have very different aspects, and having that partnership just strengthens everything you do, doesn't it? And it's been exciting to see, and it's so exciting to see how it's developed and how things will develop in the future too. I can't believe 10 years ago, believe it or not, we started a partnership together. We launched in ROX Edinburgh, and that was the beginning of a long, successful relationship between ROX and Hublot. And during that time, we've seen Hublot develop deep and long-standing partnerships in sport, particularly football, I mentioned earlier, but also athletics, golf, cricket, F1, as well as art, music, and lifestyle. What can we expect from Hublot's partnerships in the next 10 years?
Yes, of course, football has been really the most important partnership. We started in 2008 with the Euro Cup that was organized here in Switzerland and Austria, then the FIFA in South Africa, Brazil, Russia. And the football has really been an accelerator in brand awareness. And thanks to this fourth referee board, we have been able to transmit to the, of course, a wide population. Of course, all cannot afford to buy a Hublot watch, but at least we believe that if they know that Hublot is a watch brand, is already very positive, and it also becomes very aspirational, specifically for the young generation. And we're always looking to do a new partnership, and we're always exploring new possibilities. And as I said, after we came to art, I think art has been also now really, I would say, a second pillar with lifestyle. What is art, music, gastronomy, and of course, there are some projects going on, but you will have probably some surprises, but I cannot tell you more, unfortunately.
Of course. Well, we look forward to hearing that. You visited Scotland in 2017, and we had a spectacular art of fusion party that night in a castle just outside Edinburgh. It was a great night of celebration. We had pipes and drums, we had entertainment, we even had Lewis Capaldi, who turned out to be the biggest selling artist of 2019. If you remember, he was just a fresh-faced boy at the time. When are you coming back to Scotland, Ricardo? And when can we enjoy some haggis and some whiskey again?
I tried the haggis. That was also something I really discovered. Yes, we always discuss that I would like to do the route of whiskey in Scotland. So I hope really as soon as it will be open again. I will come, and of course, I think the vaccination is something quite important.
Yeah.
I am on the waiting list already now here in Switzerland. It takes a bit of time, but I think vaccination will be key for the people to travel. But I hope this summer at least, or this year, I would say.
Great, fantastic, Ricardo. Well, it's been lovely speaking to you today. Really, thank you for your time. Who
Thank
knew
you, Kyron.
a year ago we'd be communicating via Zoom? I hadn't even heard of Zoom.
Yeah.
12 months ago, but
Me neither. Me neither.
Really appreciate your time. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Always a pleasure to hear about Hublot's plans. You're an important partner for us. We love working with you, and we look forward to seeing the new products coming at Watches and Wonders in April. So thank you.
Thank you, Kyron, and I'm really happy and proud also to work with the ROX, and we're really happy by the work, very professional work that you are doing for our brand.
Fantastic. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take
Great.
care.
Ricardo, we'll see you soon. Huh?